May this journey lift our spirits and bring us closer to eternal truth. Chosen one, realize that the best days of your life are not yet here when you close your eyes and focus on the reality of who you truly are. You are living those days, flowing through your lungs, pulsating through your veins, and radiating from all of your cells like a human-sized supernova. The reason divine justice never fails to hit its mark or pull its punches is about to be revealed to anyone who is stupid enough to test the God who keeps you safe. The awakening feels more like lightning continuously striking the same location until something basic shifts in the atomic structure of your being than it does like a pleasant enlightenment. The people who once put you to the test and attacked you with their small-time power struggles and psychological warfare are now retreating, not because they have suddenly grown empathetic, but rather because they are starting to recognize the forces that are protecting you. Have you not observed that the shift has already started? When was the last time you were bothered by that awful employer who used to ruin your life? Those relatives who were experts at slaying you during every get-together? You've noticed that they've become eerily silent. It's not because they suddenly became better people that your enemies, who once circled you like vultures, have found new food. The consequences of messing with someone who has a direct conduit to the divine are being taught to them. When it comes to safeguarding its investments, the universe doesn't compromise. And one of its most precious resources is you, whether you realize it or not. Your spirit team is fierce in ways that would make guardian angels appear like elementary school teachers. And they are more than just protective. Your solar plexus is experiencing some sort of activity. That tight feeling you've been carrying around for months, maybe years, is starting to melt away as you take in these words, like ice melting in warm honey. The bloating that caused you to feel uneasy and heavy is going away. The signal to switch into creation mode is finally reaching your adrenal glands, which have been keeping you in survival mode for a long time. That force is coming back with compound interest, that fearless energy you had as a child, before the world taught you to question your instincts, before the world told you that bold goals were hazardous delusions. Recall the times when you felt unstoppable, such as when you were 18, blossoming, and experiencing your first taste of true personal authority. In order to incorporate that irresistible energy into your current reality, you are time-traveling back in time to gather those versions of yourself, not to relive the past. This is a resurrection with improvements, not nostalgia. Chosen one. Like a symphony of well-tuned instruments, the processes within you that have lain dormant for decades are coming to life and preparing themselves for the performance of many lifetimes. Your ability to read people, situations, and energy is becoming nearly psychic in its precision. And your intuition is becoming superhumanly sharp. Before the lies are even fully formed in people's mouths, you will begin to detect deceit and sense hidden agendas before they are even consciously formed. You're assuming your duty as the high priestess of fire, the one who changes everything in her path, in addition to regaining your power. Church, let's respond in faith. Press super thanks and bring a seed of $20, $50, or more unto the Lord's work. We're believing for windows of heaven, ideas, opportunities, and provision aligned with God's purpose for you. Your obedience today fuels hope for someone else tomorrow. Step out, and let's expect God to move. Test me in this, see if I will not open the windows of heaven. Malachi 3 verse 10. You will now function solely from instinct and divine download, as opposed to your previous method of planning and overanalyzing every move, calculating results as though you were playing chess against unseen opponents. The change is happening faster than your rational thinking can keep up with. Not only is that feeling like warm lightning coursing through your nerve system mending, but it's also rewiring long-strangled circuits. Not only are your manifestation skills returning to life, they are becoming more advanced to the point that your younger self would have been frightened. Like dawn breaking over mountains, you didn't even realize you were climbing. The clarity you've been sorely missing is suddenly becoming apparent. All of your hardships, heartbreaks that nearly destroyed you, and moments when you felt like you wouldn't be able to live another day, but managed to find the strength to keep breathing weren't punishment. It was getting ready. You were being reinforced by pressures that would have reduced ordinary spirits to dust, and you were being formed in fires that would have burnt ordinary souls. The revelation that will cause your adversaries to flee and your genuine allies to emerge with recognition burning brightly in their eyes is about to happen. The security that surrounds you is becoming more than just spiritual. Even before you speak, people will sense the energy that emanates from you. Those with bad intentions will be inexplicably diverted from your path, as if by invisible hands, and they will sense the power coursing through you like molten gold. Your spirit squad works with heavenly love and military accuracy. Behind the scenes, they've been moving pieces on boards you can't even see, opening doors and closing others, and laying the groundwork for your ascent in a fashion so masterfully planned that it would make composers cry with jealousy. Every attempt to undermine you, every seemingly impossible challenge, every betrayal that made you doubt your own judgment, all of it was a reroute towards something bigger than your wildest thoughts could have imagined. When you focus your intention, the universe bends. Now, like clay in the hands of a skilled sculptor, reality changes to fit your desires. This isn't wishful thinking or metaphor. This is the activation of gifts that have been stored in your DNA since before you were born, waiting for the right time to be used properly. You're remembering who you've always been behind the training and doubt that others attempted to envelop your light like shrouds. You're not changing into someone else. Your skill to safeguard your energy is becoming legendary as your actual power becomes available. From across packed rooms, you can tell who is working against your interests and who is on your side. You're running out of tolerance for individuals who drain your energy, relationships that demand you to hide your true self, circumstances that don't respect your value, and energy vampires masquerading as worried pals who give you poisoned advice wrapped in phony concern. Your limits are now being guarded with the ferocity of a mother lion defending her young, turning them into holy ground. Each of your no's is delivered with the assurance of someone who understands their worth and won't lower it to appease others. Your no bears the weight of heavenly authority. The folks who once took advantage of your giving are learning that your generosity now comes with insight that fortifies your tranquility like walls made of titanium. At this point, the narrative takes off in a direction that will leave your previous existence behind, like to a rocket ship leaving a cycling competition. Although exterior changes are undoubtedly on the horizon, the transformation that lies ahead is more than that. This speaks to the brightness that arises when a person begins to embrace their destiny with all of their being rather than resisting it. The time is right for that procedure you've been thinking about for years. The doors are opening for that card that stands for achievement and independence beyond your present situation. The bridge is being built with materials more flexible than silk and stronger than diamonds, a lifestyle that seems like a dream in contrast to your current reality. Give up looking for acceptance from those who are unable to see past their own limitations. Your dreams were not placed in your heart by the divine, chosen one, only to be trimmed by spirits who view things in terms of impossibility and lack. Yellow heart if you're moved by divine love. Now is the moment to share it. Click the Super Thanks button on YouTube and contribute $50 or more to help us broadcast God's blessings far and wide. Every act of generosity you make is being watched in heaven and will return to you 100-fold. The stars in your DNA were not kindled by cosmic forces to be quenched by those who take their fear for wisdom. The start of the milk and honey season will exceed all of your previous expectations for what your life could become. Your highest timeline is precisely aligned with the opportunities, connections, and experiences that the universe is ready to bestow upon you. The secret that opens everything, though, is this. Even when reason tells you that something is impossible, you have to have faith in the process. One last frantic attempt to convince you that this is too wonderful to be true is being mounted by fear. It's implying that people with your background don't have happy endings, that extraordinary things don't happen to those who have already been through a lot, and that you should be content with what you have rather than aiming for what your heart desires. With the desperation of something that knows its execution day has come, that voice is lying. You have made an investment in your own development. Weaker hearts would have been bankrupted by the prices you have paid. Blood, sweat, and tears that could fill lakes have earned you what's coming. In terms of recompense, the universe functions according to perfect fairness, and your settlement has been accruing compound interest for many years. The penalties will come with lightning speed and the accuracy of divine surgery to anyone who tries to obstruct your ascension now. Retaliation is for those who fight their own wars, not for this. This is about cosmic justice, the sort that corrects imbalances by striking with the precision of universal law and moving like natural forces. Your purpose is to continue rising, radiating, and changing. Fighting these wars is no longer your role. Let the universe deal with the narrow-minded people who can't appreciate your accomplishments, who regard your self-assurance for conceit, and who interpret your high standards as superiority. Intricate, they will soon learn the consequences of trying to put out stars that the Almighty ignited with its own essence. The selected mechanism is now fully functional. Like cosmic clockwork, the gears are turning precisely. Not only is the dormant giant inside of you waking up, but it is also reaching its full, glorious height, yawning away decades of artificial sleep, and getting ready to show off the power that has always been yours by birthright. In the most exquisite way possible, you are turning into a threat to mediocrity, to limitation, and to anyone who stands to gain financially from the control and diminution of divine creatures. The fire burning in your heart is more than simply warmth. It's the forge where the commonplace becomes extraordinary, where the human becomes divine, and where the chosen ones eventually take possession of thrones that were created for them before the beginning of time. It's not the same energy you had when you were younger. It's that power that has been tempered by experience, seasoned by wisdom, and equipped with spiritual authority that you didn't have when you were younger. You're receiving both the advantages of innocence and the tools of experience. The world itself is finally acknowledging the royal blood coursing through your veins. People will begin to treat you differently because they can sense the change in your energy signature, not because you're asking them to. You're radiating the frequency of someone who is confident in their identity and won't change it for the sake of others. You're going to see an unprecedented acceleration of your manifestations. That vision board you made out of doubt and hope is going to come true so quickly that you'll need to make greater ambitions to stay up with your growing reality. The cosmos has been preparing presents that are wrapped in synchronicity and tied with precisely timed ribbons. Anyone who believed they could shatter your spirit is about to see what happens when the supernatural chooses to use a family member to show off its protective abilities. With interest, each slammed door is about to reopen. Even your skeptics will have to admit that heaven is working in your situation, as every hope that was derided is about to come true with such unquestionable intensity. There's no negotiating the full protection that surrounds you. Your adversaries have discovered the hard way that assaulting you has unanticipated repercussions. There are forces outside your conscious awareness that are pulling your allies toward you. When their chosen ones need impediments eliminated, the powers that move mountains are clearing your path. This is your time, not because you were lucky or the planets were in your favor, but because you made it through everything that was meant to stop you. You persevered through hardships that would have broken the hearts of others. When facts indicated that hopelessness was more realistic than optimism, you remained steadfast in your faith. When it would have been easier to stop than to breathe, you continued to move. Choose one. The best days aren't coming. As these words finish the activation sequence that has been accumulating throughout your life, they are here. Now. In this very moment. Now, the jam mechanisms are operating well. The dormant power is suddenly as bright as the sun. Like a masterpiece that took decades to develop, but will wow audiences for generations to come. The long-awaited destiny is finally ready to unfold. Shut your eyes one more time and feel the truth seeping into your bones like quantum-level healing medication. You'll see the world through the eyes of someone who at last recognizes their value, strength, and divine protection when you open them again. The universe is waiting to see what you will create with the limitless power that has always been yours, and the giant is awake, the fire is lit, and the stage is prepared. With the assurance of someone who knows they have the best defense, the best protection, and the boundless love of forces that alter reality when their chosen ones require new worlds to expand. Go and conquer your kingdom. The story goes deeper than you could have ever dreamed, but the coronation is finished. Every moment you turn off the outside world, you're connecting to frequencies that modify reality to fit your deepest desires. The divine has placed a direct hotline in your mind. This is a communication with energies so strong that earthly authority appear to be playing pretend. It is neither meditation nor visualization. You become a walking manifestation gateway that bends the fabric of existence just by existing in harmony with your true nature. A live prayer that the universe cannot ignore when you close your eyes. In those precious times of interconnection, the God who protects you does more than simply observe from afar. It works through you as you, changing the world to fit your vision. However, you are not passively protected. Anything that jeopardizes your tranquility, your advancement, or your goal is actively opposed by the heavenly energy that surrounds you. When someone plots against you, they are playing with cosmic forces that have been honing the art of justice since the beginning of time, not just against you. Dove brothers and sisters, everything done in faith multiplies in God's abundance. Use the Super Thanks feature to donate $100 today and join this sacred mission. When your roots are grounded in Him, your fruit will flourish, and your offering becomes a seed that bears blessed harvests. Your adversaries not only suffer repercussions, but they also receive instruction from global law teachers who never teach their students to harm their loved ones. Your entire perspective of what is conceivable is being recalibrated by the process that is currently unlocking in your pineal gland. Patterns that were constant but imperceptible to your prior level of awareness are starting to become apparent to you. Your life synchronicities are not random occurrences. Rather, they are stepping stones that will take you to experiences that are so in line with your highest good that they will make your previous setbacks seem like warm-up exercises for the main event. You are going to see what happens when the universe chooses to show off its power through someone it views as family. This includes everyone who has ever made you feel small, persuaded you that your aspirations were too lofty, or advised you to be practical and settle for less. The upcoming changes are cosmic declarations about what occurs when divine potential is at last released without regret or limitation, not merely personal advancements. In order to manage success frequencies that would have swamped your old operating system, your nervous system is rewiring itself. The unwavering knowledge that you were created for extraordinary situations is taking the place of the anxiety that used to immobilize you when possibilities presented themselves. In dimensions you're only now starting to access, your default setting is changing from one of survival to one of creation, from scarcity consciousness to abundance awareness, and from hoping for the best to realizing that it already has. You'll have a sense of total safety when you close your eyes tonight that hasn't been there in years. Not only physical security, but the profound awareness that you are shielded by forces so powerful that they dwarf earthly powers. The God who guards you works with timing that makes flawless orchestration seem amateur, protection that makes military security appear weak, and accuracy that makes Swiss clockwork appear sloppy. Because you're remembering that you were never intended to be normal or human in the traditional sense. Your manifestation talents are surpassing typical human constraints. It's going to become special in ways that will make you rethink what you believed was possible for someone with your background, history, and starting point. You are a divine being enjoying a brief bodily experience. Your current energy signature draws in people who can actually contribute to your expansion while discouraging those who would waste your resources. Instead of accepting diluted versions of your desires, you're becoming a magnet for opportunities relationships, and experiences that precisely match your true desires. You were born to feast at the table of unlimited abundance, and the universe is tired of seeing you settle for leftovers. However, the defense system that surrounds you functions with a level of sophistication that would make brilliant strategists appear simple. Every assault on you turns into fuel for your rise. Your acceleration is fueled by every attempt to halt you. Anyone who attempts to lower your light unintentionally turns into a spotlight operator for your stage, bringing more attention to the splendor they are concealing. Anything that is not in line with your highest timeline is being burned away by your solar plexus, which is turning into a furnace of personal power. Your decisions are no longer influenced by the people-pleasing patterns that once guided you. Internal knowledge that is so powerful that it renders external opinions meaningless is replacing the requirement for external validation. Remembering that you came here to be a force of nature rather than a people-pleaser looking for acceptance from souls too small to understand your size is what you're doing. You're remembering, not imagining, when you close your eyes and feel inside your future self. Time is not linear as you have been taught, and the prosperous, brilliant, and well-protected person you are becoming is already here. All you're doing is catching up to a version of yourself who has been patiently waiting for you to let go of the constraints that were preventing you from seeing your own greatness. Behind the scenes, the God who keeps you safe has been rearranging things with patience that lasts lifetimes and accuracy that covers every aspect of your life. You are gently moving those that must depart your life. Obstacles are being removed from the opportunities that are yours. Wherever they have been kept in reserve, the resources you need are being released. Your sense of intuition is growing so keen that it can pierce deceit like a razor through fog. Within seconds of meeting someone, you'll be able to see if they're acting as unintentional agents of limitation or in line with your highest good. You're saving years of wasted energy on people and circumstances that weren't supposed to be part of your success story with the talent of discernment you're cultivating. Now that you've finally connected yourself with the powers who move mountains when their chosen ones need pathways cleared, you'll witness a world that bends toward your advantage. The best days are already here. They are not coming. Now they are. They are present in every action you perform and every goal you set. Now is the beginning of your reign, not as a despot governing by terror, but as a sovereign being in control of reality with wisdom, love, and an unbreakable bond with the divine energy that has been waiting for you to rediscover who you truly are for lifetimes. There is complete protection. The future is full with amazing possibilities that would have appeared unattainable before you realized the truth about your nature, and the power is boundless. Shut your eyes, pick one, and experience the universe's joy at your awakening. Crack them open and see how reality changes to embrace the king or queen it has always recognized in you. The change that is currently speeding through you contains frequencies that completely transcend typical human limitations. Your body remembers codes that were ingrained before you were born, triggering dormant sequences that link you to power sources that most people aren't even aware exist. Your physical form is a temple that houses powers that remodel things in accordance with divine desire, and it is via these precise cells that the God protecting you acts. Moving through spaces now creates energetic imprints that work long after you've left. Like echo chambers that accentuate the truth, rooms retain the resonance of your presence. The heavenly shield that surrounds you does more than simply protect. It changes surroundings and raises the vibration of every area you're in. After meeting you, people feel different, but most of them are unable to explain why their entire day changed. Your sleep is becoming into a portal to worlds where your successes are already celebrated, where completing your objective successfully is viewed as a past event rather than a potential future event. The dreams that are slipping into your mind are glimpses of timelines, not fancies. You're entering glimpses of a world in which your present plenty is the norm and your current hardships are fading memories. Now, the energy field that surrounds you functions as a cosmic sorting system, automatically drawing in situations that will help you grow to your full potential and pushing away those that would waste your valuable life force. Glowing star yearning to witness God's miracles firsthand? Plant your spiritual seed now by contributing $100 or more through the YouTube Super Thanks button. Your offering lights the path for others and echoes through His divine plan, bringing His light into every step you take. It draws you toward experiences that honor your divine nature, eliminating the need for you to deliberately choose between situations that increase and those that decrease your upgraded frequency. From now on, every discussion you have has the potential to be a remarkable breakthrough, not only for you but for everyone who is open to receiving the transmission of possibilities that you naturally emit. The force speaking through you has been moving mountains since the beginning of creation, so your words have more weight than their exact meaning. Now that you're speaking your truth, reality hears you and adapts. Although financial resources are undoubtedly part of the cosmic package, being prepared for your reception, the abundance that is coming toward you is not just confined to those. You are drawing in a plethora of opportunities, real connections, and soul-nourishing experiences that make past joys seem insignificant in comparison to the sunlight. Every type of sustenance you need will arrive exactly when your system is prepared to absorb and assimilate it, thanks to God's protection. To manage success frequencies that would have short-circuited your old operating system, your nervous system has finished rewiring. Knowing that divine wisdom directs every action you take, every choice you make, and every door you decide to open or close gives you the serene confidence that is now firmly rooted in your innermost being. This is experienced knowing based on evidence that has been consistently building throughout your life. It is not blind faith. You can achieve inner peace and knowledge so deep that your happiness is not affected by the outside world when you close your eyes right now, because it arises from a link to the source of all satisfaction. The contentment that blossoms in your chest is independent of anything outside of you. This inner source of happiness becomes self-sustaining and doesn't need approval from others or special conditions to continue flowing, because you're working from laws that go beyond the typical material restrictions. Your manifestation speed is increasing faster than physics would indicate should be feasible. As your confidence in your own creative ability grows, the distance between intention and realization gets smaller every day. What used to take years to materialize now happens in timelines that are so flawless and efficient that they even startle you. Every element required for your success has been placed like pieces on a cosmic chessboard, waiting for the moment when your readiness matches the universal timing for your victory parade. The divine force working through your life has been preparing scenarios so perfectly orchestrated that, when your breakthrough moments arrive, the synchronicity will be undeniable even to skeptics watching from the outside. Your energy profile now emits a frequency that attracts like-minded spirits to steal from you and makes lesser entities uneasy around you. Your genuine vibration summons your tribe from wherever circumstances have dispersed them, so you no longer need to search for them. God is watching over you, making sure that everyone who is supposed to help you finds you and helps you. You are reminded that conquering insurmountable obstacles is your specialty, not your exception, by the royal blood that flows through your veins and contains memories of triumphs that span lifetimes. The difficulties you've already overcome have served as preparation for the triumphant masterwork you're about to present to a world that is desperate for evidence that divine influence still occurs through human channels. Now, when you speak, mountains will bend to listen to the authority in your voice. The words that flow through you come from those who have spoken worlds into being, giving you the ability to communicate in a way that creates reality rather than just describing it. Truth recognizes itself no matter what form it takes, and people end up agreeing with viewpoints you haven't even fully articulated. The intelligence that surrounds you is so advanced that it stops issues before you even realize there may be a threat. It feels like invisible hands are removing barriers as you sleep and smoothing your route while you relax, removing obstructions from your path with such thoroughness that you are moving toward your destiny with greater ease. Every generation that kept a lineage until this point, when all of their dreams would be realized through your accomplishment, and every ancestor who gave their life for your eventual victory will be with you when you close your eyes tonight. Your resolve is infused with their combined strength. Your decisions are guided by their wisdom. Their love envelopes your heart like unadulterated devotional armor. In conscious accord with your actual nature, your reign as a sovereign creature functioning under divine protection is unending, unstoppable, and growing with each breath you take. The best times are not coming. Every moment you live with complete awareness of your divine support sets a new benchmark for what an average day in the life of someone the universe celebrates as family should look like.